Being a mother is the hardest job in the world. You can fight me on that. It's the hardest job in the world. And I'm proud to be a mother. Hey, welcome to Spirit Soul Sense, information for your soul. I am Shareece, and I want to talk to you about my first year of being a mother, some of the things I learned, some of the things I taught my son. It was hard. I can't say this part wasn't easy. Like, actually doing the mothering part was not easy. I think I had a hard time waking up in the middle of the night. I was living at home, so my mother helped me a lot. But sometimes it just felt like the crying would not stop. And I have one particular experience of like waiting for my mother to come home to help me and feeling so depleted, defeated. I just didn't know what he wanted. I didn't know how to help him. I didn't know how to make him stop crying. And thinking my mother coming home would rescue me. But she did not come home when I had expected her to. And so I had to do it myself. And then being able to get him to come was like a really empowering experience because I didn't think I had it in me. I didn't think I could do it. So that was like a learning experience for me. And he was very young then, like a month, 2 months maybe old. I did the thing parents do when they're watching their child sleep to see if they're breathing. Is it the back? Is it the belly? Is it the side? What's in the crib? What's not in the crib? Is he growing? How much rolls does he have now? I love a baby with like a fat baby rolls. Like, oh, that's my favorite. I was breastfeeding, and then my milk supply ran out. I was not eating the things, drinking the things that would help with milk supply. I'm not really one to beat myself up about things like that though. So when we moved to formula, it was fine. Like that wasn't an issue, but he was allergic to the formula. And so then it was, what's the milk that we're gonna feed him? Okay, we found the milk. Okay, this is working. It was a lot. And then he had eczema, and then I felt like I was fighting his grandparents to like have him, he's mine. Whew. And then his father went to prison. Like a lot happened in his first year of life. It was so much. It was just so much. I am a ruler with the punches. Whatever card life has dealt me, even then, I was wise then. I'm telling you, like now, I think about how much I know now that I didn't know then, and the fact that I was still wise then is like amazing to me. I really wanted to do motherhood well. I took it very seriously, and it wasn't going to be anyone's child. He wasn't going to be anyone's responsibility, but mine primarily. Although I did feel like people should help me. I'm 18. I think people should help me. And of course, I mean, my mother was the biggest help. She helped me a lot. I had so much support from his father's side of the family, from my sisters. I had so much support. I never felt like a bad person or that I wasn't worth helping or anything like that. I really felt a lot of the support, and I was just very much supported. So I started taking night classes after he was born because it was important for me to be home with him, and also because I wasn't working, so I'm not gonna pay a babysitter so I could go to school. It just didn't make sense. If I could take night classes, I should do that so that I can be home with him. And I mean, being home with my son during the day, carving out a schedule, I run on schedules, so it was great. It like day to day was great. The hardest part for me was like the nighttime, waking up, being really tired. Like that's when my mother really came in. But I had him on a schedule. I had him on a diet. I was the one introducing the solid foods when they're recommending solid foods. It was first year was so cute. It happens like so much. They grow so much in that first year, and then kids grow so much like the first 5 years. and it's like over before you know it. And like I tell my mother all the time, like, kids, your children are adults for much longer than they are children. And I absolutely loved being the one who was there for his, first steps, being the one who was there for his first words. Like, all that was very important to me. I really am like the hands-on kind of mother. I didn't want those experiences to be anyone else's. Like, I wanted to be there for that, and I wanted to support him through that. So it was like very important for me to teach him everything that he needed to know about the world. Like going into kindergarten, like that was my mother is a teacher, and so mothers are teachers. It felt so natural to me, and it felt so like wonderful. I loved like those early years. One of the lessons that I'm really thinking about sharing with the world that I taught my son was like good touch, bad touch. I feel like I really want like to develop a course for across the ages, how to talk to kids about that, because I work with kids. Like, that's my primary focus, and I've worked with kids who've been sexually abused. I've worked with kids who have sexually abused other children, and it just felt like a big need, an area that could be filled, that I can do. So my son knows all the things. I'm a direct sort of person, but I'm very open with my son in a way that my parents weren't with me. So it's called sex positive parenting, where you label anatomical parts correctly, and you have frank, open conversations that are age appropriate for children. You can look out for that for me one day. I am nowhere near actually having it done, but what I want you to understand is that mothering is teaching, is parenting, and it's the most important job, I think, parenting, because raising the next generation of little human beings is so vital. And I'm recording this video in the time of the protests, Black Lives Matter movement, the death of the killing of George Floyd, the killing of Olawatoyin. My goal, my hope is that we continue to raise empowered children who are kind and caring and non-judgmental to the people in their lives. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something about me. On my channel, I really want to come across as a human being who has feelings, who has problems, who pursues her dreams and pushes through challenges. Like I started this video, being a mother, hardest job, but I think the most worthwhile job, just the best, most fulfilling experience ever. And I love being a mother. And I don't think you have to push out your own children in order to be a mother or, have them delivered. I think it's a way of thinking, whether you adopt, whether you mentor, of wanting to teach and give back to the children. And I love kids so much. I love them so much. So thank you for watching. Leave a comment, share, like this video if you do, and watch another one.